Okay, so where I have different types of domain experience as well, telecom domains and banking domains and e-commerce domains. So multiple domains I've been worked on. And apart from that, like I started this organizations like HINTechnologies. We started in the year of 2014. From 2014 to till today, like we placed hundreds of students into different MNCs. Like again, the same scenario. Oracle, we placed many of students. Vodafone, we placed many of the students, and Techcom we placed, and Entity Data also we placed, and IBM also we placed. So like that, there is no limit actually. So most of the companies, our students like are working still onto this middleware technologies itself. And the other part is technologies wise, like we have multiple technologies depend on to the market, so then we can proceed it. So for example, so now the market is looking JBoss, and now the market is looking WebLogic, now the market is looking DevOps. So depend on to the market, so then we can go and proceed it actually. And students curriculums, like if the students comes from the background of BSc, if the students comes from the background of uh, if the students comes from the background of some other MBA or MCA and BTech, and BTech also different streams, like they have mechanical, or they have some other streams, like we don't worry about all that. So we just looking from the students is only the certificate, like the education certification, so completion of the certification, and post that minimum of 3 years, 3+ gap. Once the students complete their education in the year of, for example, in the year of 2018, so 2019, 2020, and 2021 and 2022. So like this, minimum of 3 years gap should be required for this particular technology. So if it's having a less years of gap, so then there is like some um, a bit late it will take to get calls and all other things. So that's the reason. So then we are taking only minimum of 3+ years of gap. Okay, so if the student is having 3+ years of gap, so once after completing his education, so then we can able to take that. So this is what the other one. And placing the students into the organization, so that we have two types of ways. So one is from we can able to teach the students the technology, and then so themselves they can able to go for the interviews, and then they can attend it, and then they can crack the interviews that their own wish. So we don't want we are not going to charge any single rupee to them, so whomever getting their own job on themselves. But the way, if the students is required the support, any kind of support from our side, so we will be taking care each and everything until he get a job. So for that we are going to charge. So it's depend on to that particular, so then you can able to uh, uh, get in touch with Sudarshan for the charges part and all. So this is what the another thing. So then post that uh, for the technologies wise, like we are teaching. So earlier, like we used to spend around a minimum of 4 to 6 months actually. But now, so then we have changed that to minimum 1.5 months to 2.5 months maximum. Minimum is 1.5 month and maximum is 2 months. So within this period, so then we can get complete all the sessions, and then we are going to proceeding for the further part. This is what actually we can do it. And post this uh, for the training part. So we are going to providing our own servers to the students. So whomever wants to do the practicals, or whomever wants to do any uh, um, uh, video sessions and audio sessions and documentaries and all this, and also it is available in our own cloud actually. So you just simply need to connect our VPN, and then you can able to watch the videos, and then you can able to download the documents and then download the videos. Everything is available. But to get that particular access, so first of all, you need to enroll that our training sessions. For enrolling, there is some charges. So then you need to get in touch for the charges for again to the Sudarshan. Suppose that you can get all the access for practical. You have a server access, and then you can do all whatever you want. You can do it over there. This what actually the another thing. So coming to myself, I'm going to teach in deep of each and every technology. Like, for example, if we are going to go with DevOps, or if you are going to go with middleware. So in a middleware part, so then we can go and teach you WebLogic or Apache and something called Tomcat. So each and everything. So from the scratch, which means you are a guy who don't even have any single word of knowledge to my technologies or any of the technologies. Don't even worry. So then we can able to teach you from the scratch to the end. So whatever the things which comes under on this, so then we can able to teach you without any issues. And then easily you can able to grab it, and then easily you can able to work on this particular technologies. That's my guarantee. So because we've placed most of the we've trained most of the students the same scenario. So who completed BSc computers, who completed BTech computers, who completed BTech mechanical, also we placed number of students who completed MBA. So they don't even have any knowledge of this system. They don't even have any knowledge of the coding, or they don't even have knowledge of any server concepts. So then we trained them, and then we placed them. They are still working onto the organizations. They settle down their life also. It's been like more than 7 years also. They're still working onto that organization. That's how my trainings will be. So most of you also comes from the referrals only, I hope. So who are not from the referrals, even you just get in touch this guy Sudarshan. So then you just get some of the numbers of the old students. So then you talk to them and then get the somehow information from me for me, and then you can able to proceed it for the further sessions and all. And this what about the high level of myself and the technologies what we are going to try and over here. So this is what. So, and don't even worry. So then we are not going to teach you any coding technologies. So then you no need to write any one line or two line or 100 lines of code here. So it is purely non-coding technology. It's purely non-coding technology where you can able to simply get the idea of the server concepts. What is a server? How the server is running? What we need to go inside it the server. So then, if there is a folder, how need to create the folder? If there is a file, how need to create the file? If there is a space, how need to create the phrase? If there is space out, how we need to clear the space out? All these and all we are going to working actually. Okay. So this was the other where we can able to help you to learn the things. And moreover, this for the job career of this particular technology is what we are going to teach over here. If you have a 4+ years of experience or 3+ years of experience, minimum guarantee of 10 lakhs. If you have a 3+ years of experience, minimum guarantee is 10 plus, and 4+ minimum guarantee is 12 plus, and 5+ minimum guarantee is 15 plus. Easily you can get this much of package on these particular technologies, and the gap should be minimum of 3+. If it is less, so don't expect that much. You may get a chance, but not sure that how many days it will take. That's depend on to the market and depend on to the calls actually. So now post this, let's give somehow the high level introduction what we are going to teach over here. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see my white screen. Yeah. So firstly, what I'm going to teach is something called a web logic. Okay. And Tomcat and Apache. And the DevOps side, I'm going to teach AWS and Jenkins, Docker. So these are the three concepts, 3 here and 3 here. So total 6 concepts I'm going to teach over here. So why we choose only 6 concept here? That's depend on the market actually. If you go to the left hand side of your screen, so the left hand side, all this are comes under the application concepts. So, for example, if you are opening that e-commerce site called Amazon.com, or if you are opening site called ICICIbank.com, or if you are opening a site called flight booking, whatever it is, all comes under the application. So this we can call it as an app. Okay, this we can call it as an app part. On the other side, it is called infrastructure. Infrastructure. So the left hand side is application part, and the right hand side is the infrastructure. So we require the application and we require the infrastructure both. So the application part, so then we can able to help to the users, or we can able to help to the end users how their applications and where they need to use the servers and all. Everything will comes under this application part. And the infrastructure part, like they need some space, like how they are going to use that particular servers, all under comes under this infrastructure part actually. Okay, so this infrastructure part, AWS is most, it's a very hard cake into the market nowadays. So this hard cake you can able to learn. So you can easily able to uh, get a calls when we are uploading your profiles and all. So then Jenkins is also one of the another most important tool which comes from under the DevOps. So where you can able to uh, do the application deployments. So what whoever the developer develops that applications can able to taken care by this Jenkins to installing it in your application servers, app servers. So the right left hand side is the app servers actually. So Docker is one another like infrastructure part again. So it's depend on to the organizations, and it depend on to the role where you are performing. So then most of the organizations, they want to bring down their costing. Costing is nothing but for example, I'm the only one person who is staying in the five bedroom house. Is it mandatory? Obviously it's not mandatory. So if it is in a single bedroom house, or if it is in a single room house also, I can able to manage my daily routine activities. So now how we can able to reduce the cost to a company? Okay, reduce the costing of to that particular application. So then Docker is one of the most feature which is available from the DevOps actually. So even you have an AK Kubernetes, people call it as. So this Kubernetes is also advanced to this Docker, but Kubernetes we don't want to go. So because Kubernetes mostly involved into somehow coding part. So that's the reason where I'm not going to touch this Kubernetes part. So let's going to touch into this Dockers. So the right hand side is 3 and the left hand side is 3. So these 3, how we need to integrate, how we can able to integrate all these 6 concept in a single project. So that's also we can able to cover. So for example, AWS infrastructure part, we've installed the Jenkins onto one instance, and we instance Docker into the one, we install the Docker into the one instance on this application server, and then the Tomcat and Apache. So how can you able to integrate all this together? So that we can able to cover all our training session part. So whereas coming under to the WebLogic, it is an application server from Oracle. So earlier it was with the BA system. Post that it was post before it was with the WebLogic. So there is a WebLogic application server invented in the year of 1990s actually. So post that in 2000 it moved to this BA system. So up until like 2008 it was there with the BA system, and 2008 Oracle people have been acquired this BA system to this Oracle application server. Until that Oracle was using OC4J application server, but now these people, Oracle people, are using this WebLogic as application server. And under this WebLogic, they are having around 140 plus concepts they are going to using the same app server. So you might not get much in detail of what exactly this app server, and then what is this 140 and all. Don't even worry. But whatever the concept which I'm just telling, so just be clear what I'm just telling. So 140 in the sense, for example, in my house, I'm going to installing one what I can say, water pump the water from the ground floor to the top floor. And in my house, I'm going to use a AC, one service. In my house, I'm going to use a fan, one another service. In my house, I'm going to use something called washing machine, one another service. In my house, I'm going to use something called kitchen freeze, defreeze. It is a one more service. So here, either your fan or your motor or your fridge or your washing machine or your other appliance which is using in your house, those particular appliance are giving a service to you, which means the moment when you switch on, so that particular fan or the particular AC is going to helping you to get the cool of the room, or at the same time you also will get the cool. That's what actually, that the cooling service these devices are going to give. So the same scenario, Oracle is having 140 device, 140 components. For all these 140 components, there is only one app server. There is only one app server called WebLogic. However, the way we need a power to switch on the AC, we need the power to switch on the uh, fridge, we need the power to switch on the AC and fridge and washing machine and fan or whatever, the TV, whatever it is. So we need a power. So power is a main source. The same scenario, Oracle also having only one component, that's a super component, is called WebLogic. So this WebLogic, they are using number of ways. For example, I'll give you a live example. So I'm going to the bank. So there is a monitor, or there is a touch system where I can able to deposit my money without anyone's help. So what I can do, I'll go inside the machine and then I'll just click the start button, where I can able to add some of the 100 notes, 200 notes inside the machine, and then I just click on that account number and then proceeding. So what is happening at the end of like after a minute of time or 2 minutes of time, so then it is showing you, so this is the account where you're trying to transferring an amount. Is it correct or not? Yes, it is correct. So proceeding next, and then money gets deposited to that particular. So that's a service they are going to give. And the same other. So you're not going to the bank, you have the amount in your bank, and then you want to transfer that amount to another person. What you're going to do? You simply open that phone pay, or you simply open that mobile internet banking. So just add that Pay's account, and then you can do that transaction. So here, the platforms you are seeing, that's it. What is backend is happening that you are not seeing yet. You're going to the ATM machine and then you put your ATM card and then you are withdrawing an amount. But what's the front end machine you are able to see? But backend, how it is connecting, where it is going, what it is doing, that and all you don't know. That comes under completely an application server. Either it might be WebLogic application server, it might be Tomcat, it might be IBM side. You have one more called WebSphere, and it might be JBoss also. So now JBoss and IBM both will be in the same place. So not understand the last concept what you are telling. So earlier JBoss, Red Hat people were running. Red Hat is having the JBoss, but now IBM take over this Red Hat. So IBM was having the WebSphere application server, but still it is having actually. So IBM take over this Red Hat. Now IBM having Red Hat with them, and IBM having their own app server called WebSphere also with them. So might be in future. So they may go with one single app server. That's not sure. Either they may go with the two app servers also. It depends on. So earlier even Oracle also was having OC4J and WebLogic, but now OC4J completely decommissioned. So now they use the WebLogic only. So like that it might be. So how these services are going to give, like you can able to open your this one platform called PhonePay. That particular PhonePay, there is a backend system. So if they are using an Oracle backend, so they might use this web application server called WebLogic. So most of the organizations, 90%, I can say that 70% of the share from the Oracle only. So why it's Oracle? So when you're going to the market, what you can do? So wherever the price comes down, or wherever the price is very low, not even very low, it's a low comparing to the other shops and all. What you can do? You simply go to that particular store, or that particular shop, and then you can buy the groceries or whatever you want, which is required to your house. So that the same thing was happened here also. So when you are comparing to other product organizations like IBM and Red Hat earlier also. So comparing to them, this Oracle is going to give the service at the same time product with the lesser price. That's what the that is the base thing they because of that particular reason. So now Oracle is in somehow the top in the market. But nowadays most of the people are moving into the cloud. So cloud is just a operating system. That's it, guys. So now we are not sitting into the same place. Virtually we are sitting into the same place, but physically we are not sitting into the same place. Correct? I'm sitting somewhere in my house. You people are sitting somewhere in your houses. This is virtual. Virtually we are connecting. This is called cloud. The same way your operating systems also available somewhere into the cloud, and those particular operating systems we are using, that's called a cloud. So then even cloud, when we are jumping into the cloud, so then you can able to get a clear picture what is this AWS, how it is going to work, and then what type of service are there in the AWS. Everything, each and every concept you can learn into this AWS. So don't even worry. So now post this Tomcat. So nowadays when you are buying the product from the Oracle also, they are going to charge somehow. And for supporting that, they are going to charge somehow. Everything they'll do. So instead of that, what I am going to do, I'm going to the open source. Open source in the sense, you don't need to buy anything from anyone. You don't need to buy anything from anyone. You don't need to buy anything from anyone. So in that scenario, what can be happen? So the moment whenever you are going to install any such application, so then you can use the Tomcat. So Tomcat is an open source. You don't need to pay any single rupee to any of the product organization. You simply go and install this Tomcat, and then you can able to host your application. Simple, www.abc.com, xyz.com, something called internetbanking.com. So these are the applications. So applications are hosting somewhere. So the hosting concepts, everything we don't need to worry about all this. So that's what we can able to use this Tomcat. It's an open source. And post this Apache we have. Apache is also one of the most popular web server which is available in the market. So this particular Apache web server are going to use most of the organizations as a front end, as a front end app server. Okay, so front end app servers. So you need a static page, so that as static page are going to give this particular Apache. So this will be taken care of for front end. So then we can able to teach each and every concept which comes from the Apache. So like how to install, how to configure, and what's the concept inside it, and then what is the logging system, what is the other concept which is available. All this each and pin to pin, like we can able to learn into this Apache. So these are the three app server concepts, application hosting concept. These are the three, left hand side one. So we can go in deeply each and every concept. On the right hand side, we have an infrastructure part. So how we need to host and where we need to use. So instead of using my own system, so can I go with a cloud system called AWS? Can I go with some other system called some other? So all these things are going to helping you. Like AWS is one of the another operating system. Another infrastructure part actually. So that will this when we will jump into this AWS, so then we can able to discuss what is a SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay, so these are the three concepts we can discuss. SaaS, SaaS. Okay, PaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Okay. All this and all will discuss what is a software as service, platform as service, and infrastructure as service. So then what is this, and then how we need to okay, how it is. So that we'll discuss and post this the Jenkins. It is a tools actually. So not only this DevOps, so then we might increase another few more tools which is under this DevOps. So it is something called monitoring tools, monitoring tools. We have a number of available. So those and all will discuss, at least touch base we can able to do that. What is and all, how it is going to helping, all that and all will discuss. And post this Docker is nowadays most of the organizations are going to use. So that this also we can able to discuss how it is going to helping, and what it can do, and how need to install, what can be installed, everything will discuss. So this all the whole together like 45 days to maximum of 90 days. Within before 3 months only we will get complete, but within a 1.5 month. So once we will start the session, for example today, tomorrow, so from tomorrow to 1 month maximum, so then we can able to make your profiles, and then we will be host your profiles, or we can able to post your profiles into the job portals. And once we post that your profiles into the job portals, you might get a calls, and then depend on to the calls we can able to attend it. And then we try to place you within this 3 months maximum. If not, so then it might take, so depend on to the market actually. So this is what the complete training part, what we been cover over this 3 months. Okay, so this is for this is what actually the demo on today. And tomorrow, like I mean, once you people have been confirmed, or once you can able to proceed it further, so then we will be jumping into the stepwise or topic wise into each and every topic from the scratch, and then up to that particular ending of the session, that we can able to cover it. Okay, so this is what actually we can able to go. So I'm going to share this particular video session to you people before EOD. So then you just have a look this, and then you can able to get in touch with Sudarshan for the further sessions when it is going to happen. So any questions, please let me know. This is only 40 minutes of session today. It's just an introduction of myself and our HINTechnologies, and then what we are going to train over here. That's it. So once we confirmed your entries, so then we can proceed it to the further. So any questions, please let me know, so that I can clarify your doubts, anything, so we can proceed it for the further.